Hey friends, so I'm going rogue today. I'm not picking something from the Wheel of Reactions, which is very long now at this point. I'm actually picking something that randomly popped up on my YouTube homepage because I had a bit of a jump scare where I saw a band I have not thought of in a very long time has a new song. Coheed and Cambria has a new song from like 2 weeks ago called Searching for Tomorrow. So if any Coheed and Cambria fans find this reaction video, they should yell at me. By all means, feel free to yell at me because I'm about to be very embarrassing. So look, I used to love them back in high school when In Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth, some number, 3, 2, a number. Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth, some number, came out. The one with Flavor of the House Atlantic and Blood Red Summer, all those kind of hits that came out that I was deeply in love with. Loved that album, thought it was great, and then completely forgot that the band existed. This was in like 2003, 2004. I forgot they existed because at the time I was like super into, I was basically, all the music I listened to tended to come from compilation CDs that I found like by the registers of Hot Topic, which is not to say anything against those. Hot Topic was all I shopped at the time, back in the olden days of Hot Topic looking slightly different than it does now. And those compilation albums were great. It was a lot of like Warped Tour compilations and Atticus, and What on Earth was a big one that I loved a lot, and it turned me on to a bunch of cool bands I would have never found otherwise. Things like Glassjaw or a lot of emo bands that I loved. And I don't mean like Fall Out Boy, I mean like Further Seems Forever or Matchbook Romance. I think one of them brought me onto the band The Living End, which I loved so much. Like a bunch of bands I would have never found otherwise. So I love those albums. And at the time I was very into Coheed and Cambria, I was very into Chevelle, I was very into like all these kind of louder music than I got into later, because suddenly I, at the same time, discovered Death Cab for Cutie and Modest Mouse, and my music taste took a very drastic turn. It was like that, and at the same time got into NoFX. It was like political, it was soft alt-rock, whatever the hell Modest Mouse is, and political punk. And then I just kind of went off and I listened to a lot of like, you know, Placebo and Built a Spill and Neutral Milk Hotel and all that stuff. Like got kind of into weirder stuff and sort of forgot the other stuff existed. To the point where I kind of didn't think Coheed and Cambria was a thing anymore, which is really stupid because it's just like, it's not even if a tree falls in the woods that make a sound. It's like, if a tree falls in the woods and I specifically am not there to hear it, does it make a sound? Fucking yeah, it does. Of course it does. How very object permanence of a, you know, 3-week-old is that? Of just like, well, if I don't observe them, then they've stopped making sounds. Yes, Coheed and Cambria have been making music this entire time. They've made many albums I just didn't know existed. So they had a new song come out like 2 weeks ago. And as someone who has not heard their music since, I mean, I still like listen to the songs if they pop up on my playlist, but as far as like have not heard any music of theirs that was recorded post, like I said, 2003, 2004, I can't remember what year that album came out. I just want to know what they sound like now. Do they sound the same? Do they sound different? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I remember really thinking the lead singer had a cool voice. So I'm psyched to hear that voice. Provided it could have changed because it's been like 20 years. As for what kind of music they are, if you don't know Coheed and Cambria, I don't know what music what are they considered? Are they considered alt-rock? Are they considered like prog? Are they considered, I don't know what they're considered. Tell me. Yeah, I'm doing a terrible intro here. And as stated, you know, if any fans of the band find this reaction video, by all means, scream at me. It is deserved. I'm deeply ashamed right now. But I'm really curious to see what they sound like now and what I think of them this many years later. Oop. It started and I didn't tell you to. Okay. So here we are, Searching for Tomorrow. Looks like it's animated. It looks like it's little 8-bit eyes, which is cute. Ooh, will it be an animated video? I love me a good animated music video. I always think of like, obviously Gorillaz or like Freak Unleashed by Korn, which is like the quintessential, I think, animated music video. So let's go! Sure, look like Rocko's Modern Life. there's another him in front of him. That's fine. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're doubling up the crowd. Don't worry, it's all good. But yeah, looks like Rocco. That doesn't mean anything, but it made me smile. Last chance to figure things out, or will you fail to answer what you buy? That's that voice I liked. Oh, that's a cool voice, man. And that, look at that. Last chance to figure things out, or the brain, that's cool as hell. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, sorry. Will you fail to answer what your body can't stay still? Hardly ever had a clue. Enhance the future becomes so clear, but it doesn't matter because you find you were never here. You were never wanting that. Don't you hate that when you're trying to just enjoy a concert and then the band gets all like possessed and potentially travels in time space? Such bullshit. It's like, hey, I paid to be here. I know that it's like an outdoor concert, but like I still paid. Let's maybe finish our set before we decide to cosmic travel. The obvious comparison, visually, just because they're playing, you can't help but think about Metalocalypse. That's where my brain immediately goes, is Metalocalypse. I can't help it anyway, maybe other people could. The animation doesn't look fully like Metalocalypse, but if things get violent, it's immediately gonna go to Metalocalypse in my brain. Which, for those who don't know, was an Adult Swim show back in the olden days that was very fun. Searching for tomorrow, misunderstood. You headed straight into the flames. You dance between the true and false. The self and something, but you learn that you lost it all. You finally learn that you can lose. Now that that's cool, like hopping into different realities. That's neat. Sorry, I'm enjoying the song, but it's hard. I'm just like, I get way too into the visuals. I get really excited while watching a video. That's really cool looking. And yes, it is violent. So of course, yeah, my brain is going to Metalocalypse. Also, I see like little sprinkles of Heavy Metal. The movie Heavy Metal, which I've only seen bits of. I've never seen the whole thing. And the animation looks kind of odd in different places. But some of the people look a little bit like they do in this. You dance between the true and false. The self and something, but you learn that you lost it all. You finally learn that you can lose. Now that reality sank in, alone is always how you've been. Hardly ever had a clue. You're so convincing, up to no good. Searching for tomorrow. I love the pieces of the different realities just kind of floating in space like that. This is very creative. Go to the cook one. Go to the cook one. Things look calmer and you have a skill. Metalocalypse. This is awesome. That was a show where like eyeballs would explode in people's eye sockets and it was very fun. This is crazy. This is okay, I've only seen like one or two music videos from Coheed and Cambria and it was back in like the 2000s. This is a very different vibe as far as visuals go. And it's a little bit harder rock than what I remember them doing. But like I said, it's been a while, but the big songs that I listen to a lot were not this hard, but I'm kind of digging it, especially with like that kind of hard music mixed with these visuals really work well together. This is so great. I love how violent this is. I'm sorry. I was just doing like Wicked recently. I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. This time around, I'm like, yes, more intestines. Ha 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 ha. I am a lover of many things, and that looks awesome. dragonflies? The dragonflies, like, as they're falling down, hold on, turn into, like, syringes? That's boss as hell. Hang on, look at this. That's so crazy.
Searching for tomorrow, misunderstood. Were you headed straight into the flames?
I didn't know when I was working at Disneyland that I was so close to. These are all such fun designs. I wonder how much fun they had sitting there just figuring out what different versions of them they'd see. That's cute. Kind of reminds me of like the end of every episode of Daria. Back in the 90s, where like over the end credits, it would just be all of the characters from the show, just for no reason in like different outfits, which never made any sense, but were really fun to watch. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Well, someone's just Clint Eastwood's character in Fistful of Dollars, because why not? Everyone wants to be that character.
Searching for tomorrow, misunderstood. When you headed straight into the flames, left into it, you're out of your mind. It's so good to let go, so good to let go.
The lead singer's face is now like superimposed over Skeletor's, whatever that dude's about. This chorus is catchy. It's gonna get stuck in my head, guaranteed. Look at that, what a shot.
It's so good to let go, so good to let go. Let them know it's by design. Let them know it's by design. Let them know it's by
That was very cool. But then, did they even get back to the concert? What about those poor fans? Or maybe they're empty, like, being this astral projecting, and their empty bodies are still playing. That's fine. That was cool. That was super not what I expected as far as visually goes, but, like, I loved it. Yeah, it still kind of sounded like the band I used to love, but, like, very different. Way, like, the core bits are still there, and like I said, I've always loved that guy's voice, but, like, they seem to have gone, at least in this particular song, in a harder way than the songs I can recall anyway. But that was very fun. That was super cool. Good to know that a band that I just, embarrassed to say, kind of just like ended up going in a different musical direction, so I didn't listen to a lot of the stuff that I used to listen to, still existed, because something doesn't need to be observed by me to continue to exist. Good to know. Turns out I am not the center of reality. I'm just so embarrassed I didn't know that. Yeah, I had to cover that because I was so just like, oh my gosh, I remember going to Cambria. Wait, what the fuck? That was very fun. I loved how crazy that video was. And yeah, I think I might put that song on my Spotify because that was actually pretty fun. Huh. Maybe I should start looking up old bands I used to listen to a lot when I was younger, because turns out they might exist and still make fun music and have really crazy music videos. So there we go. I just really wanted to just see what this was like, and now I have. And if anyone wants to yell at me in the comments for not seeing, like, how could you not know they've done all these things? Yeah, fully deserved. Come at me. All right. Bye, everybody.